Most importantly, I brought my Bible.
Oh, that's really nice. By the way, the hotel called, they want it back.
This is some context for you on where we are in the cash race, right? Joe Biden well ahead of Donald Trump in terms of cash on hand at the end of last month. But in terms of money raised, right, Joe Biden's fundraiser tonight, $25 million. Trump, for the entire month of February, only raised $20 million. That's how big that $25 million is. It's a large chunk of change, a historic chunk, as the Biden campaign was hinting at.
Trump's come a long way from this.
Fortunately, I'm very rich. So I have a total net worth, and now with the increase, it'll be well over $10 billion.
To hawking Bibles like an inbred carny worker. But maybe not. While Penis Retractus battles a huge civil payment that is still $500 million after appeals, he's currently grifting cash for his campaign by selling, in no particular order, small pieces of the suit he wore for his mugshot, possibly the ugliest sneakers you've ever seen, and now the $60 Trump Bible, complete with a handwritten endorsement from Jesus himself. Or maybe that's Jesus. Anyway, whatever Trump is doing, it's not enough.
Again, a little bit more context. How much would Trump need to sell to reach $25 million? You know, he's selling those Bibles, those God Bless the USA Bibles. He would need to sell more than 400,000 of those to reach $25 million. And he would, remember those Trump Never Surrender sneakers, he would have to sell approximately 62,657 of them. So that's why he's looking forward to that big fundraiser next month. Because simply put, this type of stuff, this gimmicky stuff, ain't going to get him there, Laura.
Joe Biden is killing it with fundraisers featuring the top celebrities in the world. But are you surprised, considering the alternative?
You got Colbert has morphed into a full-on shill.
Do I hear little jealousy from the Fox incels? I know it's got to be hard when Biden gets Obama, Beyonce, and former presidents, and Trump has Chachi, John Voight, and a Kid Rock cover band from the Sheraton in Iowa City. Watching Trump beg for money is hilarious. Over the last decade, all we've heard from Donnie Sniffles sounds like Tom Wolfe's Bonfire of the Vanities, how he is the master of the universe, almost too wealthy. But like the novel, there were cracks along the way, indications that Trump was talking almost entirely out of his ass. Instead of cutting smart deals in the heady New York real estate market, his businesses were failing. 6 bankruptcies, including the incredibly difficult task of bankrupting a casino. Along the way, Trump created a fake university and a fake charity, both of which were such scams, the feds and state prosecutors not only shut them down, but Trump, Goofy, and Grumpy were forever prohibited from again spinning a university and charity con. But that's okay, they were just getting started. The next grift was the business dealings Trump had with Russia, all of which are on the record. Tiny Fingers repeatedly begged Putin to allow him to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, and then Trump's 2013 Miss Universe contest in Moscow. You remember the Putin hooker pee on me scandal? But all that time, Trump, instead of landing U.S. investors for his business, was instead working with Russian banks only, which really are Putin's banks. He didn't even try and hide it.
Clearly, what he said, no, we don't need American banks. We have all the funding we need out of Russia.
Meanwhile, Trump was also reaching out to the notorious Saudi King cash machine, selling the entire 45th floor of Trump Tower, and then setting up Jared with a $2 billion deal with the Saudi government. That's a big grift, so it's almost comical to see the master of the universe selling Bibles, sneakers, and clothing. What's next, fake Rolexes?
You know, he's selling those Bibles, those God Bless the USA Bibles. He would need to sell more than 400,000 of those to reach $25 million.
That's a lot of Bibles and sneakers, Donnie. You better get to work. On the Bible side, you have a double scam. The evangelicals who hold their noses while praising Trump's call for a Christian nation.
Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have.
I moved on her like a bitch.
That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country.
They're all behind you. The irony so out in the open as to hide in plain sight.
To the place right now, if you vote Democrat, I don't even want you around this church. You can get out. You can get out, you demon. You can get out, you baby butchering election thief. You cannot be a Christian and vote Democrat in this nation. I don't care how mad that makes you. You get pissed off as you want to. You can't.
He's already ripped off students and charities. Why not religion? But of course, the con worked, allowing Trump to put this idiot on the court.
I liked beer. Still like beer. We drank beer.
And Coney Barrett's version of The Handmaid's Tale. The sneaker grift is funny and possibly the most idiotic campaign ever.
Trump's latest money-making scheme, gold sneakers.
That's the real deal.
The former president launched the Never Surrender high tops at SneakerCon in Philadelphia.
Sneakerheads take their feet seriously, but Trump wouldn't understand. I mean, look at the guy. He hadn't worked out since Jimmy Carter got his driver's license.
We've all seen the mugshot, and You know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. It's pretty amazing.
That is both hilarious and offensive at the same time, which is also Trump's greatest talent. So why is Trump having such a hard time raising money? Are you serious? It's said when you can't see the con, you're the mark. And the millions of Trump supporters who fit that bill are writing checks behind a huge lie, because the RNC is now run by Pouty McFugwickle, Trump's daughter-in-law, and every dime they send to the RNC goes not to Republicans across the country trying to win their local elections, but instead to tiny fingers trying to stay out of prison.
You can't let that happen to me.
But apparently those checks aren't enough, so Trump is literally selling the shirt and suit off his back. It's so pathetic, I almost can't laugh. The media campaign behind Biden features serious policy proposals from a 50-year veteran of public service, such as building back America's cities, infrastructure, unions, the environment, and climate change. Biden's commercials are nuanced messages designed to inspire and motivate.
As the sun rises, we raise the flag, a symbol of all that we hold most dear as Americans. Courage, opportunity, democracy, freedom. They're the values and beliefs that built this country and still beat in our hearts.
Trump, on the other hand,
it's not open.
Fox News can now confirm that Jose Antonio Ibarra was busted last year in New York City, but ICE didn't even have time to put in a detainer on him.
But that's nothing new. Conservatives or anti-federalists have done this for years. Jefferson said Hamilton was a hermaphrodite, and George Bush said Dukakis was releasing black men to rape your wife.
Bush and Dukakis on crime. Bush supports the death penalty for first-degree murderers. Dukakis not only opposes the death penalty, he allowed first-degree murderers to have weekend passes from prison. One was Willie Horton.
And Trump, who sharpened his chops under the tutelage of Joe McCarthy and Roy Cohn, well, he'll say anything to grift your vote. Most sane people disagree with Citizens United, the Supreme Court decision which in effect allowed rich people and corporations to control the narrative. And normally, Republicans outpaced Democrats in fundraising, until Obama, when Americans realized what was on the line. You see, people don't vote for candidates as much as they vote against candidates. Money buys TV, and TV ads and social media ads are less about issues and more about attack dogs, which again favors Republicans. If you scare people, which Republicans do, they will send you money. You think religions would have those big churches if they didn't have hell on the table? But if everything I'm saying is true, why are the Democrats killing Trump and fundraising without these scare tactics? Because you don't need them when the most frightening thing in the world is this. Good. Where do I send my check?
Time to pack it up.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Who's with me? This isn't their Republican Party anymore.
Am I wrong?
Damn right.
Yes. Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
Follow, like, and hit notifications as Really American keeps you up to date on the latest Republican cult lie in this very important year. For Really American,
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.